Well, there's a big difference between digestion and absorption. Digestion actually starts in your mouth, where you chew food up so you get more surface area. Many tiny little pieces give you more surface area than one big piece. And then your salivary glands release ptyalin, which is a enzyme that actually breaks down carbohydrates into simple sugars, and disaccharides or two carbon unit sugars into single sugars, simple sugars, okay, monosaccharides. And then as you go down into your stomach, through the esophagus, you go from an alkaline environment in your mouth. Your mouth saliva is typically alkaline, and ptyalin works best in an alkaline environment. You go down into your stomach, and the optimal environment in your stomach is acid. You want to have a pH below 2. You want to be like 1.2, 1.5, with pH of 1 being the most acid, pH 14 being the most alkaline, 7 being neutral. You get up above 2, bad things begin to happen. And the environment in your stomach should be sterile. You have your stomach acid, like battery acid from your car, down below 2, 1.2, 1.5, 1.8. It's going to be sterile. Your stomach environment will be sterile. Yeast and bacteria won't grow. You start getting your stomach environment above 4, moving towards neutral, which is 7 pH. Yeast and bacteria begin to grow, and you begin to suffer from what's called GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, oftentimes mislabeled as acid reflux, because it's really a lack of acid reflux that causes belching, burping, bloating. And it's one of those things where there's a lot of mystery associated with the stomach, even though we have access to it through all kinds of devices, external and internal. Then, of course, you also need a stomach environment of a pH below 2, 1.2, 1.5, 1.8 for pepsin, an enzyme that's developed by the stomach to actually break down digest proteins into the simple amino acids, which is easier to absorb and prevents food allergies and that kind of stuff. Also, for a substance called Castle's intrinsic factor, is supposed to bind with your vitamin B12, which maximizes the absorption of vitamin B12. And that requires an acid environment of 1.2, 1.5, 1.8. Okay, you get up above 3 or 4, the Castle's intrinsic factor doesn't work, and you could eat 5 pounds of B12 a day, and you're still going to get B12 deficiency diseases, okay, including anemia and all kinds of dementia and so forth. Then you will not be able to efficiently absorb minerals if you don't have a stomach acid environment that's acid. You can eat 5 pounds of iron. You'll just get a black, tarry constipation stool out of the deal, but you won't absorb much of the iron unless you have an acid environment in your stomach. And you wind up with anemia and all kinds of other problems. Well, once you get the food into now the small intestine, the environment changes to an alkaline environment again, and the pancreas has multi-functions. It makes insulin in the islets of Langerhans, puts it out in the bloodstream. It makes digestive enzymes, which go into the intestines to help continue to digest foods. But also, your pancreas produces sodium bicarbonate to neutralize that stomach acid coming out of your stomach, which is very, very acid, to get it up towards 7, to where it's more neutral, or even maybe 7.3, that sort of thing, a little on the alkaline side, which is where your pancreatic enzymes work. Also, the bile from the liver works in an alkaline environment as opposed to an acid environment. And so you need sodium chloride. Yeah, salt is the raw material to make stomach acid, sodium chloride. I don't care if it's sea salt, table salt out of those round paper canisters, with iodine, without iodine, you need sodium chloride. Sodium is required by your pancreas to make sodium bicarb to neutralize your stomach acid, and it needs the chlorine. Your stomach needs the chlorine out of the sodium chloride to make hydrochloric acid. So anybody who tells you to restrict salt really should be put in jail, because they are throwing an assault upon your physiology and set you up for many, many diseases, many of which would be fatal. Well, then comes absorption. Absorption, you're going to absorb simple sugars, you're going to absorb amino acids, you're going to absorb things like minerals that have been acidified. These sort of things happen. And, of course, the minerals need to be, for efficient absorption, need to be attached to an amino acid. For instance, selenium is absorbed better if it's attached to methionine, seleno-methionine, that kind of thing. Amino acid chelates for iron and calcium and phosphorus and other minerals. Well, the absorption process is dependent on maximum surface area in your small intestines, which is provided by the villi, the little finger-like projections. And these villi add 85 to 90% of the surface area of your intestine. Without them, your intestine would just be a smooth garden hose type of situation with no extra absorptive surface, and you'd only absorb 10% of what you can absorb when you have your full complement of these villi. These villi rhythmically move and help move food along with your muscular contractions of your intestines, but they also provide this absorptive surface. If you're gluten intolerant, and 80% of Americans are gluten intolerant, you're going to actually have an absorption problem. Okay, you're going to lose 85 to 90% of your absorption. Jumping back to the stomach, if you can't digest stuff down, it also contributes to malabsorption. And if your stomach environment is not acid, again, you're going to get gas, and you're going to have all kinds of reflux, GERD, gastrointestinal reflux disease. Well, stick with us. We're going to be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Youngevity Way after these messages.
So you finally decided to start taking a vitamin supplement. Those chewables and tablets are fine if you don't mind paying for something that is only absorbed about 4 to 6%. However, a liquid supplement can have a 90% absorption rate if you choose the right one. Youngevity offers a wide variety of liquid supplements with a 90% absorption rate or more. Beyond Tangy Tangerine may be the best one ever invented. It starts as a liquid that is freeze-dried like those instant coffees into a crystal. Then all you have to do is add a couple of scoops to water. No refrigeration, no fuss, no mess. Not only do you get a complete multiple vitamin, Beyond Tangy Tangerine also has minerals, and it tastes fantastic. You'll want to drink it all day long. So the next time you reach for a vitamin supplement, reach for Beyond Tangy Tangerine from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound, turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about heartburn, as I have a Fox News story here headlined, Study Links Common Heartburn Drug to Increased Heart Attack Risk. Say 1 in every 14 Americans uses a proton pump inhibitor, or a PPI, most common type of heartburn drug. And this new research is linking to an increased risk of heart attack and has prompted scientists to reevaluate their safety. A study by Stanford University researchers published in the journal PLOS One linked PPI use to a 20% increased chance of a heart attack in patients diagnosed with heartburn. Say these PPIs, like Prilosec, are offered over the counter, racking up $14 billion, that's billion with a B, in annual sales worldwide, and prescribed to more than 20 million Americans every year for gastroesophageal reflux disease, better known as GERD, or heartburn, or acid reflux. According to the American Heart Association, they estimate a heart attack happens in America every 34 seconds. They're estimating that the risk is about 20% if you use these PPIs. They say public health impact is substantial, according to a senior author, Nick Leeper, an assistant vascular surgery and cardiovascular medicine professor at Stanford University. And the findings were drawn from a study group of nearly 3 million people, American adults, and it supports previous research by John Cook and Johann Gerber-Marian. And that was published back in 2013 in the journal Circulation. They suggest that PPI use signals a biochemical reaction that decreases the levels of nitric oxide in the endothelial cells, Maintaining nitric oxide levels is crucial for dilating blood vessel walls and maintaining cardiovascular health. When these levels get low, the chance of an adverse cardiovascular event like a heart attack is much higher. Study also suggested that not only people on blood thinners like Plavix may be more vulnerable to a heart attack with the PPI use, but anyone on the drug diagnosed with heartburn may be at risk. And they looked at, had two different groups here that they looked at, 1.18 million patients that were seen at Stanford, and 1.1 million that were patients' records through a Practice Fusion Incorporated, a web-based electronic health record system. And they say that researchers identified 70,000 and 227,000 adults diagnosed with heartburn, compared their heart attack rates among those patients who reported PPI use, either over-the-counter or prescription, to patients who didn't report the drugs, and they found that it was anywhere between a 16 to 21% increased risk of having a heart attack among the PPI users. And interestingly enough, Doc, I've never heard of anyone having a heart attack from taking peppermint oil.
Exactly, and of course, one of the things we like to do, and we talk about it in that CD called Serial Killers, you know, if you have reflux, you need to salt your food, you need to take the ultimate enzymes, which have stomach acid in it, and also you want to use the peppermint oil. Anytime you have belching, burping, bloating, you can take, say, 4 to 6 drops of peppermint oil from Ancient Legacy, our aromatherapy division, in a cup of hot water, and sip on that from just a moment or two before the meal, all through the meal. And as you point out, reflux goes away. And I've seen it in Shar, and I've been seeing people who've had reflux for 25 years, and it just like had less than 30 seconds, it was gone, just by using the peppermint oil. And, of course, they get on the ultimate enzymes for long-term use and continue to use the peppermint oil. Their life turns around and no risk of increased heart attacks. So we've been doing this a long time. And, of course, again, the book, Epigenetics, the new DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and the new CD, Public Enemy #1. These things cover digestion very well. And, of course, the now famous Serial Killers is just a great way to learn about all this stuff. And this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you turn your food into something useful. You absorb it into the body where it can be used by the genes, the DNA, RNA, and telomeres. And you're going to maximize your genetic potential. Well, thank you for sharing that one, Doug. We're just so happy to see that somebody else is in it. We've been yelling about this for 25 years. Okay, we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
Do certain foods cause you to bloat or experience gas? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with heartburn? Are you forced to sleep on piles and piles of pillows to cut down on heartburn? Have you been diagnosed with acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux disease? If any of these describes you, then you've got digestive problems. I was awakened with heartburn almost every night for over 20 years. Then I heard Dr. Wallach and realized all of the antacids I'd been using were actually part of the problem. My stomach acid wasn't too strong, it wasn't strong enough. So I started taking the ultimate enzymes from Youngevity. Now all of the heartburn, belching, and bloating are gone, and I can sleep through the night without piling on the pillows. And I'm back to eating the spicy foods I love. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Detroit, Michigan, and Israel. You're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Israel, you're on the air.
Yes, good day, Dr. Wallach. How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. How can we help you?
Great. I have a client that she went to the doctor to get her ears clean. Occasionally she has problems with sounding like something is clogging her ears, and I don't know the process actually they use to clean her ears, but this particular time it didn't work, and she continued to have the problem. So she went back to the doctor again and they found that she had some type of fluid behind the eardrum. I never heard anything like that. I was just wondering, what do you suggest that we can do in that situation in terms of your products?
Sure. Now, first of all, does she have a history of like a tone noise or called tinnitus in her ear where she hears a noise? Kind of like the noise?
No, not like that. More like a thumping noise sometimes.
Okay, so she's hearing her pulse, kind of a swishing. A lot of people would describe it as whoosh, whoosh, whoosh kind of thing. And yeah, this is their pulse, and this can actually be caused by osteoporosis of the skull. How old is this lady?
She's about 47.
Okay, and how much does she weigh?
She's about...
Hello?
Yes, she's about 220.
Okay, and how tall is she?
Oh, boy, about 5'5".
Okay, yeah, so she's probably maybe 80 pounds overweight. We got to work on that. But Shar, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, Charmaine.
Yes.
This is Israel. Shar, you're a Michigan lady. What would you do for this lady who's 47 years old? She hears her pulse in her ear. Probably has osteoporosis of the skull. She's about 80 pounds overweight. What would you do for her?
I'd give her 2 healthy bone and joint packs, and I'd give her ASAP for the weight loss. And she needs to get on a gluten-free diet just for the heck of it. No fried foods, no oils, no canola oil, no olive oil, none of that. No burnt animal fat, no fried foods.
Okay, very good. Okay, now, Israel, you heard from the Shar, and basically your friend needs, as she says, 2 healthy bone and joint packs. That's to support healthy maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, bone itself. People forget you get osteoporosis of the skull just like you do your pelvis and vertebrae and ribs and leg bones and so on. Not just those things. You also get it in the bones of your skull. And so she needs 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All that would be accomplished by the 2 healthy bone and joint packs per month. As Shar said, she needs the 2 bottles. I'd give her 2 bottles of the ASAP. Let her take a dropper full under her tongue 30 minutes before each meal, a dropper full under her tongue 15 minutes before each meal, and let her absorb it through her oral tissues. Don't let her swallow it. And hang on, I want to talk a little bit more about what we can do to help that fluid in her eardrum after these messages. So hang on, Israel. We'll be back with that information after these messages.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
Okay, Doug, let's run right back to Michigan and Israel. Okay, Shar, what would you do for the inflammation in the ear where there's some fluid accumulated behind the eardrum? What would you do for inflammation in the ear?
Inflammation?
I got fluid behind the ear. She's hearing this noise.
I would give them de-stress.
Okay, de-stress is good. 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. But I would also use the CM cream from the Healthy Bone Joint packs. Yeah. Yep. And what would you do with that CM cream?
Well, put it a little bit in the ear, but be careful not to break your eardrum.
Well, of course. Well, that's why they have to do it themselves. They can't let anybody else do it. Israel, I'd have this lady take a half a teaspoon of the CM cream in the morning when she wakes up with a Q-tip. Put it down in the ear canal like she's trying to get wax out of her ear. And this is a great analgesic, a pain reliever, but also an anti-inflammatory, and will relieve swelling and numbness and all that kind of stuff in the ear, and oftentimes will reduce the swelling enough so the fluid can go down the eustachian tube instead of collecting behind the eardrum. Call us every couple of weeks. Let us know how this lady's doing, but she'll do very well. But as Shar said, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. Get all the inflammation out of her life, too. Okay, Doug, let's start another one.
All righty, let's head to Indian Wells, California. And Mike, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Mike, you're on the air.
Yes, thank you. I've got a neighbor, Dean, and he's 6 foot tall, 160 pounds. The Veterans Administration has diagnosed him with AFib. He was scared into having a pacemaker put in. He's in fairly decent shape. He does have a hearing aid. He does have a back problem. But what can we do for him?
Okay. Now, let's see. Shar, this is a Shar thing. The guy's got a back problem. He's got AFib and already has a pacemaker in, or defib. Which one was it, pacemaker or defibrillator? Mike?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did he get a defibrillator or a pacemaker?
A pacemaker.
Pacemaker. Okay. Okay. So, Shar, what would you do for this guy? And what is AFib? Is AFib a heart problem or a back problem?
It's a back problem. That's the back problem is the AFib.
There you go. And how does that happen? How can a back problem cause atrial fibrillation, where the heart is palpitating and maybe running too fast?
Well, because you lose the cartilage between your vertebrae, and they get too close together, and the nerve that controls your heartbeat goes through your backbone, and it gets squeezed, and depending on what way you move or lay down or sit up, it squeezes it, and it causes your heart to race or slow down or whatever.
Or
but
do very good.
It's the nerve being squeezed.
Exactly, perfect.
It's really the back problem that's causing the heart problem.
Okay, so what would you do for this AFib for this guy? What would you give him?
Well, he needs about 2 because he weighs over 160. He needs 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
Well, there you go. Okay. Very good. Now, hang on here, Mike. We'll be back. We'll give you the complete story on your friend here after these messages.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
Okay, Doug, let's go right back to California and Mike about his friend with AFib. Okay, and he obviously has a back problem. This is, as Shar says, the basic genesis, the cause of the AFib. And 2 healthy bone and joint packs, a full dose of everything twice a day, except for the glucogel. That'll be 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All that will be accomplished by the 2 healthy bone and joint packs. And then use the CM cream. 1 jar will come with each of the healthy bone and joint packs. Put the CM cream in the upper back, where the neck joins the back for the first 4 vertebrae, the T1, 2, 3, and 4, in between the upper shoulder blades. And that's going to relieve a lot of inflammation, can relieve a lot of the symptoms. And then I would also, because his heart is working a little bit hard, I would also get 2 bottles of the selenium and go ahead and take that, 3 of those twice a day. And what else would you throw in there for this guy's heart, Char?
Besides the selenium?
Mm-hmm.
For his heart?
Yeah. Cardio.
Oh, CardioFX.
Well, there you go. Okay, because CardioFX, of course, has the function of slowing the heart down. Okay, it's really a great product. I love it. I take 2 of those twice a day myself, just for prevention. Okay, give us a call every couple of weeks, Mike. Let us know how this guy's doing, because he should respond fairly quickly in a positive way. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Marie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Marie, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, how can we help you?
I have the same problem. My legs, my feet and my legs started swelling, and I couldn't get into a preventative doctor, so I went to the hospital, and they said it was atrial fib. And but that was in January, and the heart has quieted down a little, but I can't do anything for these swollen legs. And
okay, now let me back you up a little bit. Do you have a history of a back problem? Not necessarily any pain.
Yes,
but a back problem?
I lifted my husband in bed. He had a stroke for 5 years, and then I moved and lifted boxes, and I really harmed my lower back.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So yeah, the back problem goes along with the AFib. And how much do you weigh?
120.
120. Okay. And let's see here. Do you have any history of any skin problems or asthma or anything like that?
No, but I developed a little sinus problem with this, and it just drains. I can't sleep at night because I can't breathe. It just drains into my esophagus, and I think my colon's involved with all this.
Okay, why do you have constipation or diarrhea?
Well, it's all started with the fact last December I never had colon problems. I never went to a doctor. I've always been well, never been ill, and all of a sudden I had this heavy bowel movement, and then from there I didn't have any bowel movements, so I had 3 colonics, and then I started doing my own coffee enemas, and then the feet started to swell.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, and the odds are you have diverticulitis or the odds are okay. Just a minute, Marie. The odds are you have things like diverticulitis or irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, that sort of stuff. And that stuff can go, it's running 10%, 25%, and it's undetected until you get about 80%, and then you start seeing really severe clinical symptoms. It sometimes takes years to reach that point. Sometimes it happens quicker, depending on how much gluten you eat. And so what would you do for this lady, Shar? She also has AFib, like her previous caller, and she also has some fluid in her legs and feet.
How much does she weigh?
120 pounds.
Oh, okay. She just needs one healthy bone and joint pack. And for the fluid, it could be from not having enough blood protein, which means she needs to eat more eggs.
Yep. And so exactly as Shar said, Marie, I'd go ahead and get yourself one of the healthy bone and joint packs. I'd get an extra bottle of glucogel, so you can take 15 of those a day to support maintenance, repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix. And so you'll be able to take 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. I would also try getting rid of the dairy in your life. A lot of times, sinus.
I don't use dairy at all.
Yeah. Okay, good. And then we also have an aromatherapy oil, which we call Breath of Life. I'd go ahead and try that to put a couple of drops. That's from our Ancient Legacy division. Put a couple of drops of that in your hands, rub them together, and inhale it. You can also use our Eucalyptus globulus. I like that for sinuses and nasal stuff. It actually can reduce the inflammation in the nasal and in the sinus membranes. So allows the mucus in your sinuses and nasal passage to go the correct direction instead of back down in your throat. And so I would go ahead and put a couple of drops of the eucalyptus on your hands, rub them together, and then smell it. And also, as Shar said, a gal your size, you want to be eating about 6 eggs a day, 3 for breakfast, 3 for dinner, poached, soft-boiled, soft scrambled in butter, no oils and margarines, absolutely no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, butter, rye, and oats. And unless you have something else going on with your liver or your kidneys or your lungs or anything like that, that should do it. And give us a call every couple of weeks. We want to know your weight. We want to know your symptoms, your AFib, if they're getting any better, staying the same. And with that one healthy bone and joint pack, you're going to get one wide mouth jar of the CM cream. And I'd go ahead and apply that to your upper back, in between your shoulder blades where your neck goes down into your back, your T1, 2, 3, and 4, the first 4 thoracic vertebrae. And this will relieve a lot of the inflammation topically and take some of the pressure off those spinal nerves, which is what actually causes the AFib. When those nerves get squeezed, your vertebrae get close together, They begin to smash those nerves, and the symptoms are rapid heart rate, palpitations, and, of course, doctors will call this atrial fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia. Sometimes they'll call it that. But it all due to pinching of the first four of the thoracic spinal nerves. Give us a call every couple of weeks, bring us up to date, and we'll walk you through this. Okay, how much time do we have in this segment, Doug?
We got enough to start one here. Let's head to Maryland. And Carmen, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Carmen, you're on the air. Hello, Carmen.
Wallach.
Hi, how can we help you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, my feet are messed up. I had, I guess it was athlete's foot, and it crawled up my leg in December, and now it's still a fungus, but it's on top of my foot, and it's oozing. I didn't know it was a fungus until last week, and so that pharmacist guy of yours, he told me to put tea tree oil on it, so it's clearing up, but I have pain on the side under that bone that sticks out for a bunion and above it.
Okay, you're talking about your big toe?
And also I have edema, and it's ankle on my ankles. And I know you said something for edema, but I didn't remember if it was the EFAs or what you said to get rid of edema.
Yeah. Did you have asthma as a kid?
No, I had bronchitis.
You had bronchitis. Okay. Well, hang on. We'll be back with your program after these messages.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them overcome their health challenges? Youngevity has been helping people overcome their health challenges for years. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission at Youngevity is to educate Americans about their own health. If you like helping people, join us in our fight to save America. While you're helping people prevent and overcome health challenges, you will also be able to build a lucrative home-based business. So what are you waiting for? Come join us and help save America. If you've decided to join us, call your local Youngevity associate to find out how you can arm yourself with the knowledge that's needed to save America.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I gotta tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Maryland and Carmen. Carmen, how much do you weigh?
128 this morning.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'3".
Okay, very good. and you had bronchitis as a kid. Do you have any children?
No, I'm not married.
Okay. And let's see here. All right. Char, what would you do for this nice lady? She has a history of bronchitis as a kid. She has this eczema, dermatitis, fungus, whatever it was, on her diagnosed as athlete's foot. Some tea tree oil gave her some relief, but she's getting edema of her feet now. What would you say is going on here?
Well, I would say she's got a definite gluten problem.
Yep.
Big time.
Yep. What would you do for her? 120 pounds.
Get her on a gluten-free diet, and if she doesn't have anything else wrong with her, just get her on a healthy start pack. Avoid all gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And for the edema, if it's from low blood protein, she needs to eat some more eggs.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and have her, Carmen, you should be eating about 6 eggs a day, 3 for breakfast, 3 for dinner, either soft-boiled with soft yolk, soft poached with soft yolk, soft scrambled in butter. And as Shar says, none of the bad stuff, no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. That means absolutely no deli slices, sandwich meat, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky. No oils, no olive oil, coconut oil, margarine, mayonnaise, salt, cooking oils. Absolutely no gluten, no wheat, no barley, rye, and oats. And that includes the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, man, mother-in-law, anybody in your home. Okay? Doesn't matter. And spouse, anybody, kids, cousins, brothers and sisters, anybody in the home. Everybody's got to be gluten-free. And then give us a call every couple of weeks and let us know how this discomfort in the foot is going. And let's just start there. It's a very simple thing. Let's just start there and call us every couple of weeks. Okay, Doug, how much time we have?
A little more than 2 minutes here.
Okay, you think we got time to start another one?
Yeah, we sure do. Let's go for it. Yeah, let's head to North Carolina, and Ann, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Ann, you're on the air.
Yes, doctor. I'd like to talk about my man. He is 255 pounds, 6'2". He has type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. He does smoke. I know enough to get him on the Healthy Body blood sugar pack. I guess there would be 2 or 2.5 of them.
Well, I'd go with 2 and then get an extra bottle of these sweeties, so he could have 9 sweeties a day, and then 2 of the healthy blood sugar packs. That'll give him what he needs as far as supporting healthy blood sugar and healthy metabolism of sugars and carbohydrates and fat at the cellular level. For the high blood pressure, what would you throw in for the high blood pressure, Shar?
Ultimate Daily.
Ultimate Daily, right. And at 255 pounds, I'd go ahead and have him take 9 of those a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. That'll be 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily tablets. And they're designed to support and promote healthy blood pressure. They're designed to support and promote healthy blood flow. And how tall is this guy?
6'2".
6'2". Okay. He could probably lose, 30, 40, 50 pounds depending on his build. And so I'd go ahead and give him something for that. Sharp, what would you give him to lose 20, 30 pounds?
ASAP.
ASAP. Have him put a dropper full under his tongue 30 minutes before each meal, and leave it absorb through his oral tissues. Don't let him swallow. It won't hurt him if he swallows it, but he won't get maximum benefit. And after a couple of days, he'll begin between these sweeties, the 9 sweeties a day, he will be able to, and the ASAP, he'll be able to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day, maybe even more. And usually within 2 to 3 months, he'll be down, to 210 pounds maybe, where he needs to be, 210, 220, and blood sugar should be under control. And the nice thing about it is that he should be taking his fasting blood sugar every morning before he medicates himself, and as his blood sugar drops, take less and less medication as his doctor has instructed him to do. Take his blood pressure 2-3 times a week, put in a logbook. Call me every 2 weeks, Ann, and we'll walk through this together, but this seems pretty reasonable and easily dealt with. Okay, well, thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Billy. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. Pure Works to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. Pure Work disinfecting spray is EPA
FDA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.